Hello, hello. Mic, mic test, mic test. Okay. Hello.
What if technology could reach every farmer in India? What if data could empower every harvest? This is not the future. This is happening now. Indian agriculture faces challenges.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome to GAC X 2025.
Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Guten Morgen. Kia ora from New Zealand. Any other nationalities want to say good morning? Morning. Okay. Very good. Welcome, everybody, one and all, to the Global Agrovet Research Conference. And thank you so much to our sponsors, ARCCC Journals, and our friends out here exhibiting. Who's out there exhibiting? Hands up. Name of company? Yeah? Okay, so these guys are out here. No stealing the lettuce leaves. There's plenty of food out there if you need it, so leave the exhibits alone. But great to see a good crowd here from all over the world. Of course, we have our locals here. I consider myself a local after 22 years here in the Gulf. I don't think I've earned citizenship yet, but I'm working on it. We have friends from Germany. We have the girls up the back there from South Africa, from the Zulu lands. And we have a number of guests from other parts of the world resident here. We have Jose here, all the way from Espanol, and a number of other guests as well. So good to see everybody here. Fantastic day yesterday. I have the pleasure of and the bonus of emceeing conferences all around the world, and I've got to say, yesterday was absolutely world-class, and I'm sure it's going to be the same today. Lots of information to be shared, fantastic attitude and culture. And we are live streaming, I think, Moet, aren't we? We're live streaming. So I think everybody got the URL up here yesterday. We're going to be progressively playing it today. Go online. You can see here the hashtag to hashtag. Please blog, put as much information as you like up. Follow me, Kim Winter, KIMWINTER. Follow me. I'm going to hashtag you all today. Send me all a message. Drop me your card. I will hashtag you live. We want to get as much information because this is the first event that Shweta's run. It's taken her 10 months to put it together. We want to support her and everybody that's come, especially all the way from India and other countries, to present. Go on to Instagram, go on to LinkedIn in particular, and also scan for YouTube Live here. We're going to be taking clips from my office in Dubai Studio City and putting those up. Without further ado, have I missed anybody? Does anybody need a mention here? Anybody feel left out? No? Okay, everybody's happy. Good. So again, my name is Kim Winter. I'm the Global CEO of Logistics Executive Group. We've been going for 26 years. We're in consulting and recruitment in the logistics field, which includes agro and veterinary, because I'm a Kiwi and we have lots of agro and veterinary in New Zealand. So here we go for today. We're going to have a plenary session right now, and I am going to ask everybody to be really efficient about what they're talking about today. And if we run out of time, we'll have questions and answers in the breaks during the day as well. First plenary session, innovation at the intersection, agri-tech and animal science, AI, robotics in agri-food. This will be interesting. Smart logistics, smart solutions for livestock and crop management. Akshay is going to come up here. Akshay is the COO of Salam Kisan. He's a TEDx speaker, social entrepreneur. Got some great photos done up here about an hour ago with him. Akshay, come up and talk to us, enlighten us, invigorate us. If you're a TEDx speaker, we have very high expectations of you, my friend. So up you come. Welcome, everybody. Akshay. Shukran.
Thank you, Kim. Good morning, Dubai. Welcome to GACX 2025, Global Agrovet Research Summit 2025. My name is Akshay Khobragade. I am Chief Operating Officer at Salam Kisan Prime Group. And today, I'll be representing Prime Group and how it is actually disrupting drone and agriculture ecosystem in India. Along with this, we have Salam Kisan, a mobile-based platform where we are providing end-to-end solution to farming community across Maharashtra. Not only Salam Kisan as an agri-tech platform, we are also having our drone school of training, where we are promoting entrepreneurship development, training people, and fulfilling the gap of skill pilot in India. So today, I'll be specifically talking about innovation, intersection, sustainability, agriculture, entrepreneurship, development. So let's start with the problem I think India and most of the farmers are facing, right? Right from not that not they are getting right price for their produce, not SOPs that they are following, specifically modern SOPs, higher input cost, then there is no price transparency for their produce, soil erosion, excess use of chemicals. If you look at the data, 150 million farmers in India outdated farm practices are using. Then there are like death of farmers due to agrochemical inhalation. If you look at the scenario, yearly, more than 18,000 deaths are there just because of toxic chemical inhalation. In India, there is a death rate of around 6,600 per annum. If I talk about Maharashtra, there is a death rate of 270 per year. And if I talk about the region where I came from, Vidarbha region, around 44 deaths per year. Why it is happening? Because of chemical inhalation, toxic chemical inhalation. Then how can we solve this problem? With precision agriculture, farm mechanization, AI, drone, robotics, a service-based platform, a product that can help and solve all problems of farming community. That's what we are doing at Salam Kisan. So I represent Salam Kisan and we provide end-to-end solution right from soil quality inputs, providing AI-based crop calendar, pest disease management. Not only that, we also procure farmers' produce. We also empower them with government schemes, government convergence, then guide in financial inclusion as well. So this is what we do at Salam Kisan, where we also provide drone on rental basis. Because if you look at the scenario, a farmer, small and marginal farmer cannot afford a machine which costs around like 5 to 10 lakh rupees. Then they do not have right to use it. Of course, yes. So we provide rental based model as well. But there are medium and large level farmers also. There are community based organization. There are institution, micro entrepreneurs who really wants to build their business in agriculture ecosystem and drone ecosystem, where we also provide them drone with technology. So in short, I would request our media team to play a video where I would love to showcase what we are doing in terms of technology, AI-based, data-driven technology, which is actually transforming Indian farmer. Can I request to play one video, please? Thank you. So with this innovation, data-driven AI-based mobile-based platform, which is available on platform, we are helping farming community to reduce their input cost and improve their yield. So with this application, farmer would access free of cost subscription where they would avail all the services, right from government schemes, crop advisory, how to plant their crop. Not only that, they would also get storage system, transportation facilities. We will also like support them in government convergences. We also procure farmers produce, and that is again better price than mandi. Specifically, we procure soybean, and it's really privilege for us that we provide them on the spot payment of 80% at the farm gate, and remaining 20% we get within 24 hours. So this is what we are building at Salam Kisan, but there are a couple of challenges also. This is all about services. It's a like service-based ecosystem where we provide everything. But how about product? How about hardware? When you look at the scenario, I'll be specifically talking about drone as a hardware, drone as a machine. It is not accessible, affordable, and available to each and every farmers in India. More than 60% GDP is depending upon agriculture. More than 64 people are practicing in rural India farming. Are they really accessing this technology? No. So what we are doing, initially we were having a multiple drone from different brands, products, but we face challenge. One, inadequate SOPs, how to fly, right? How to identify obstacles, how to train people. Most important, how it is going to be restored. One, there is a crash. And when there is a like pilot will be flying the drone, there will be chances of crashing it more than 3 to 4 times. And season for spraying would be in first spray 10 to 15 days. And if it is taking restoration period is up around 14 to 15 days, then season is gone. There is again loss. So we decided to have our drone manufacturing facility where we are like producing manufacturing drone. We do have a prime RPTO where we are developing skilled pilots who can actually fly the drone. In Indian scenario, if you look into it, there are only 14,000 pilots are there, but India requires 1.5 lakhs pilots in coming year. How are we going to fulfill this gap with our prime RPTO? Apart from that, there is an issue with service after sale support. We are the one who is ensuring after sale support within 72 hours. So this is what we are doing. At Salam Kisan, it's a farmer-centric platform that what I've showed right now. We are providing end-to-end solution to this mobile-based platform. Our prime aerospace manufacturing, where we are producing our Arjuna drone, which is DGCA approved, eligible for government subsidies also. We do have our prime RPTO, where we are producing skilled manpower, skilled pilot who can actually fulfill the gap of skilled labor in India. Still, there is a problem of monitoring, tracking, route map, mission planning, transparency with data. If there is a pilot who is on salary basis, he'll spray 10 acres of land and he'll say, "Maine 4 acre hi kiya. I've sprayed only 4 acres of land." How are you going to track it? There are like orders that farmers would get or any drone entrepreneurs would get. How is he going to monitor? There would be drone fleet owners. How are they going to track their drones? Right? Because government is really pushing. Yesterday, Dubai Municipal has signed MOU for the drone for pest and disease monitoring, plant health monitoring. So there is, of course, support from government. In India also, there is a subsidy of 80% up to 8 lakhs for farmers. But still, there is a lack of digital infrastructure that what we have built. That is called Sarthi portal, where you can track your drone, plan your mission, and fulfill the requirement of customer, that is farmer. So this is all about what we do today, and today's theme, innovation at the intersection. So yes, more than 3.5 lakh farmers we are serving so far. I do have a team of more than 120 people in Maharashtra who is serving end customers, that is farmer. I do have more fleet in Maharashtra who is spraying on rental. I'm a government official spraying partner in Maharashtra, recently empaneled on government subsidy called MahaDBT. And very soon there is an issue with, we were talking about women entrepreneurship yesterday. When we talk about entrepreneurship, when we talk about women, when we talk about agriculture, there is a question mark. Specifically, if I talk about India, there are like, access to finance is challenge, business consultancy, right? Networking resources. These are the major problems that face. And again, socioeconomic norms, right? Responsibilities. How we going to like tackle it? So recently we have a launch scheme called Mahashakti Drone Thai program, where this expensive model can be accessed by women only with investment of 93,700 rupees. We will provide them support with access to finance, government schemes, government subsidy, and business consultancy for next 5 years. We will also commit them that they will earn up to 8 to 10 lakh rupees per annum. And this is what we are doing in India, in Maharashtra. So whatever I'm talking about, I would like to showcase with another video of 1.5 minutes only. So I would request media team to please play the video again.
What if technology could reach every farmer in India? What if data could empower every harvest? This is not the future. This is happening now. Indian agriculture faces challenges: rising costs, unpredictable yields, and limited access to technology. But Prime Group is changing that equation. Through Salam Kisan, farmers across Maharashtra now have access to complete agricultural solutions right at their fingertips. Soil testing in just 90 seconds. Drone spraying completed in 6 to 7 minutes. AI driven pest detection, real time crop advisory, and direct market linkage, all on one platform. Behind every successful flight stands Prime Aerospace India's very own indigenous drone manufacturer. With state of the art OEM capabilities, we designed purpose built agricultural drones. The Arjuna drone, DGCA certified, subsidy eligible, and engineered for Indian conditions. Made in India, made for India. Skills power the revolution. At the Prime Drone School of Excellence, we're not just training pilots, we're creating dronepreneurs. Authorized remote pilot training that transforms individuals into grassroots change makers. Sarthi brings it all together. A unified digital ecosystem that connects manufacturers, dealers, pilots, and farmers. End to end transparency, real time monitoring, and scalable efficiency, all on one seamless platform. This is more than technology, it's empowerment, it's profitability, it's the future of Indian agriculture. Data driven, AI powered, and accessible to all. Because when innovation meets the soil, the harvest of change begins. At Prime Group, our mission is simple: to make drones affordable, accessible, and available to every farmer in India. Join us in transforming Indian farming into a thriving, technology led enterprise. Prime Group: affordable, accessible, available. Join the revolution.
Thank you. So this is what we are doing, but still, why I'm here then? I think we are doing good in terms of finance also. It's a EBITDA positive and PAT positive company. We have recently established 3 years back, still is doing well. But still, why I'm here? There is reason, when we talk about technology, data driven, I think we could do at implementation good, technology good, but how about data? So I think all veterans are here from different segment. So specifically, we have a collaboration with state agriculture universities, government, KVKs, agriculture colleges as well. But there is a gap, and there is again request from mine for all of you that if we really want to strengthen this ecosystem, we need a data, label data. We are still like facing or identifying institution or bodies who can help us label data, paste and disease label data, so that we can provide accurate recommendation to farming community. So again, I wouldn't take much time and urge all of you to please help us. And also we are open for any kind of a collaboration where we can share like synergies, where we can share data, APIs, and with your mentorship guidance, we really would want to strengthen the ecosystem of agriculture where we can make our farmers self-reliant and make everything accessible, affordable, and available to everyone. Thank you so much. This is Akshay Khobragade, and I'll be open to have any kind of a question. And I'll also try if I could answer to your question with limited knowledge of agriculture. Specifically, I'm not an agricos, I'm not a son of farmer. I do not have farming. Still, it's all about passion. I came from Naxalite area of Maharashtra, stay and studied with Adivasi, ST tribals. And since last decade, I have been on the mission where how we can help farming community. Thank you so much.
Well done. Any quick questions? Yeah, well, hello, here we go. Here we go. Who's got the microphones? Microphone.
I have, I think, already given disclaimer that I'm still learning. Still, I try to answer questions at my capacity.
Yes, good morning to everyone. What a great start that you have given with Kisan. That apps you have shown majority flies towards the agriculture side, and conference title goes with the Agrovet. I'm from that community of veterinary side. If you have some plans for the animal health sector, going with the monitoring, disease monitoring, anything like that, it will be great to hear that.
Thank you so much, sir. So specifically, we are exploring agri-tech segment, and very soon, when we talk about agriculture, it's allied activities and multiple revenue sources of farming community. Animal husbandry is there, fishery, beekeeping is there. So next segment for us would be, of course, animal husbandry, specifically towards small ruminants. With the help of technology with drones, how can we one count herd size? Not only that, in terms of health monitoring, how can we help with the help of technology? Then, of course, along with some tagging, with some feed management practices from your end, how can we also like work on SOPs? So these are the few things that we really would love to explore in coming phase with your guidance and expertise. Thank you so much.
Right. I think congratulations, man. I think you have brought all the synergetic this one effect it has been on the second day. Yeah. See, we all, I think, some people over here are coming from agriculture background. Rightly said, the Agrovet conference it is, but still again, there has been what has happened is innovations are happening, right? And there is no doubt about that. But the pace with which it is reaching the farmer, there lies the gap actually. And I think Akshay ji, आप efforts कर रहे हो, when you tell that I'm not from agriculture background, that's great. Hats off to you. The one thing I feel, what has happened is the farmer, when we talk about, we always say he's illiterate. He can't afford to have a mobile phone, which has, now I think each farmer has an Android phone. That's a different issue. But still, again, what problems you face in terms of reaching the farmer? In terms of technology, yes, there are innovations. There are high yielding varieties being made available. New molecules are there in the market. Transgenics has pushed into the country, right? So the seed, be it a fertilizer, be it a first pesticide, be it a fungicide, the best molecule, best product is available to the farmer. But back in India, right? The farmer goes through everything when he would like to take the produce to the market. There comes, he feels that he's not getting the best price actually, a fair price, I would say. So what efforts your agency is doing in that regard?
Thank you so much for majority of three questions altogether. I would really love to answer all three of them altogether. When we talk about one, implementation and adoption of technology at ground, penetration of technologies at ground, right? The challenges and the approach that what we are like following specifically for farming community. Yeah. So as I told you, like right, like starting from IIT Bombay, ICSA Foundation, Tata Trust, and ENY, working with government advisory, specifically Director of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare in Delhi. What I realized, exploring more than 20 states in India, there is no problem with technology. I believe if you look at the data, I think more than 52% penetration. Instagram, right? Facebook. Second question, you were talking about implementation. So I was talking about my team, right? I do have a ground team which is present at grassroots level, right from village level. I do have a cluster facilitator who will only target 10 to 15 villages. Above him, there is a development officer who will look into the blocks. Above him, there is a district coordinator. This is how I'm at doorstep of farming community, where not only technology dissemination, but we are helping them with crop advisory, crop doctor things, how to do modern farming, how agriculture and farming can become a profitable business in India. This is what we are following. So thank you so much, sir.
Good morning to the house, and greetings to Akshay. Well, as a common man, you're talking of the services, you're talking of the technology you have bring in. As a common man, what I am getting, you see, you are providing me a drone, but I am still spraying the paddy or our orchards 15 cycles a year. And when that fruit, my fruit from the Kashmir goes to the Delhi market, you see, it doesn't carry that value and it is never exported because of the spray schedules, because of these residues. So technology is there. I salam you as a salam kisan, right? But how you are just in our animal cases also in the veterinary, we have so many those collars now coming in, those with sensors. They do sense everything, but our farmer is not so much educated to just go through the those what you give those decisions, performer decisions. What they are coming in pages together, 4 5 pages. What the farmer will will do with those 4 5 pages, how he will just maintain his livestock with that 4 page history. So technology is there, we know that, but the common man is not benefited by that technology, where we actually want a safe food, we actually want a nutritious food, we actually want sustainability. Is the technology going to do that? I don't believe so. Good, you're reducing the manpower, you're reducing the labor charges, you're reducing many things. But the core issue with us is that we are not reducing the residues, drug residues. You are providing us those drones to spray, not to check the spray. This is how you are going to address the issue of a common person.
Thank you so much for this question. I will answer this not as a CEO of Salam Kisan, but a common man. What if such kind of technologies are there? What is how it is going to help us? Let's start with water consumption. When we talk about traditional practices, it consumes around 150 to 180 liters of water for spraying. With drone, only 10 liters of water is required. When we spray, around 30% input chemical is reduction there. Again, chemical consumption is reduced. With the help of systematic and contact molecule, absorption rate of such, I would say, pesticides, fungicides, very higher. Soil erosion is one of the things that I think we can tap in. Apart from that, when we talk about the common man or issue, I think with such technologies, residue free is a really like good thing that we should address. The food that what we are consuming, it should be like chemical free, right? When we spray with a traditional pump, there is an uneven spray. With the help of drone, the nozzles are so fine, refined, and mist. It gets like absorbed very soon. So far, we have sprayed more than 98,000 of acre in Maharashtra, and results are so awesome. So very soon, we'll be again like conducting trial with uh, state agriculture universities and labs to understand the residual factor. We are also like doing it on mango orchards in Konkan, Ratnagiri region of Maharashtra, where I think very soon we would get have a report with us, and we can definitely working on how we can actually help end user, which is actually benefiting in terms of Akshay Khobragade's vision from Salam Kisan. But as a common man, very soon I think we'll be coming up with results. Thank you so much, sir.
Mr. Akshay, good morning to you. My name is Michael Morgan. I'm from the Netherlands. don't want to take anything away from your excellent presentation. I have too much respect for your country, but the statement from this gentleman that your country is too much illiterate surprises me because, in my opinion, farmers are the backbone of our society. And I think you should put more emphasis to educate these people. Your system is superb. And what you were showing, that you try to educate them, but I think, don't forget the basic. You have to get this percentage of illiterate farmers in India down rapidly. You have a huge population and they all need to eat. How can you feed your country if you have farmers who cannot read or write? This contradiction I don't understand too much. And I think your society or your government should emphasize this quite more seriously.
Of course, spot on. I think farmer is a scientist. I believe he knows when to put money, where to put money, how to get profit out of it. Right? We are, I think, channel partner who are just helping them out. Second thing, of course, we are really like privileged country in terms of market size. Also, there is like $346 billion industry in agriculture. Food security is there. Right? By 2030-50, I think there would be like challenges. With such innovation and technology, I think together we can secure food for everyone, not in India, for the globe. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, GAC X 2025. This
Namaste.
is Akshay Kobragade from Salam Kisan.
Namaste, Akshay. Well done. We're going to get photos done later. You and I had photos done earlier this morning anyway. So good. Well done. Good effort to get us up and running today. The second plenary presenter is Dr. L.D. Singla, Professor and former head of veterinary parasitology, and he is going to enlighten us on One Health approach to parasitic diseases at the human-animal environment interface. So, Dr. Singla, come up and join us and enlighten us, sir. Very good. Give him a round of applause, everybody. So, Chatham's House rules for the day is quick questions and quick answers, 1 minute each way around when you're doing the Q&A. Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you so much. Good morning, all. Dr. Kim is doing great job. Normally, what happens in conferences, for each session, there is a chair, co-chair, and sometimes reporters at the national or international level. He is doing all job for all the persons together. We are highly grateful to him.
We don't have time. We're too busy, aren't we?
But at the same time, he is introducing all the speakers. But he has not introduced the persons who are there behind this conference. I think so. Chairperson for ARCC Journals, Dr. Poonam Goyal, and Managing Editor of ARCC Journals, Gaurav Goyal. I also have brought association with them since the last more than 20 years, being editorial board member, editor, and associate chief editor in Indian Journal of Animal Research. So without taking much time regarding that, I will today start with my work on 3 decades of veterinary parasitology research, especially talking on parasitic diseases in which we are all involved, whether those are humans, animals, wild animals, or at the same time environment. We are discussing since yesterday more about agriculture, more about bacterial and viral diseases, which are prokaryotes. We have not discussed regarding the parasites. So I will give a basic introduction about parasites, which are basically eukaryotes with well-defined nuclear membrane. Normally, with the passage of time, when they are there inside the host, they harm the host. Their reproductive potential is more than that of the host. And as far as parasites are concerned, they will be inside the body, internal parasites, and outside the body, external parasites. Internal parasites, most primitive, are single-celled protozoa, and multicellular elements may be most primitive are cestodes, followed by trematodes and nematodes. As far as parasites are concerned, no species is immune to the parasites. Humans, domestic animals, wildlife, all are vulnerable to the parasites. That's why we need to have a unified One Health approach to tackle with them. Among the parasites, arthropods, which are external parasites, are comparatively, maybe ticks, flies, lice, mosquitoes, they are more dangerous because they are carrying the pathogen from wildlife to livestock to humans. Hence, there is one way approach to deal with them together. Who can get the parasites? Why this time we all know the parasites, all of us, whether those are humans, those are wildlife, can get the parasites. But as far as parasites are concerned, it's difficult to tackle at one level. To tackle the or deal with the human health, you have to think about the animal health, but at the same time, animal health is dependent on various environmental factors which are interconnected. Further, environmental factors are interconnected to the climate in relation to vectors, hosts, and parasites. Climate change is fundamentally altering the parasite dynamics through the three main routes, especially the environment related. Warm temperature, which increases the vector breeding potential, external parasites especially, increased precipitation in the environment is favorable for the developmental stages, where at the same time, increased humidity is responsible for prolonged survival of the pathogens. So, as far as One Health approach is concerned, parasites or parasitic diseases exist at the convergence of animal health, human welfare, human health, and environment. Why these parasitic diseases they matter? Because they are affecting as zoonotic diseases in human health. And as far as economic impact is concerned, related to agriculture impact, animal welfare is there, then environmental factors are very, very important. Effective control of all these parasitic diseases need One Health approach. We need to come together, whether we are veterinarians, physicians, environmentalists, work together, focus on a single sector, leave majority of gaps. If we work together, don't work together regarding prevention and control of these parasitic infections. As far as what we have learned based on our studies since the last more than 3 years, 32 years, based on our publications, citations, index, and based, our work has been recognized, teamwork across 17 countries, across 5 continents, including Australia to Canada, China to France, New Zealand to USA. The global reach demonstrates that parasitic diseases are a universal challenge requiring shared solutions. What we did during these 32 years, livestock diseases and productivity losses due to these diseases, vector-borne epidemiology, zoo and wildlife parasitology, anti-parasitic. Yesterday we were discussing about the antimicrobial resistance, but this is another important issue, anti-parasitic drug resistance, which is an emerging issue, diagnostic innovations and molecular techniques. So, as far as vector-borne and zoonotic diseases is concerned, parasitic diseases, our key focus was on epidemiology of vector-borne diseases. Why it is so? Because understanding transmission dynamics related to vector-borne diseases are very important. As the parasites are not limited to one place, they are changing with the changing environment. So vector-borne parasitic diseases demonstrate that perfect intersection of animal health, human health, and environmental factors are very, very important. Seasonal variation, climate change. Normally we see that due to environment change, such and such seasons, such and such diseases are occurring. But as far as climate change is concerned, there is change in the dynamics of the parasitic diseases. The areas, especially which were free from certain parasitic diseases, now those areas are having those type of parasitic diseases. And at the same time, some of the vectors, especially in heights, were not available in previous years due to climate change. These are occurring now. Hence, climate adaptive strategies are not optional anymore. They are essential for survival of livestock system and protection of human health. So we need to work on these issues as far as anti-parasitic drug resistance is concerned. Current issues related to not only single, but multi-drug resistance have great impact on productivity. Hence, there is a great issue as far as anti-parasitic drug resistance is concerned. It threatens the long-term viability of livestock production systems. So we cannot depend on a single medicine or single way to take out the diseases or disease problems. We need to integrate the approach by total dependency on drug dependency to make their maintaining effective control of all these drugs. Diagnostic innovations are very, very important. Why? Because the diagnostic innovations are game changers. From microscopy to molecular techniques, whether these are molecular techniques or they are advanced microscopy scanning or otherwise species differentiation or precise parasite microscopy, they are game changers because early and accurate diagnosis transforms parasite control, enabling targeted treatment rather than blanket treatment, reducing cost of the drug because 80% of the parasites are present in 20% animals. Especially if we think about the small ruminants, sheep and goat, you need not to treat all. You have to think over these lines. Reducing the cost, reducing the residues are very, very important, and minimizing the drug use and detecting anthelmintic resistance at early stages is important. As zoo animals is concerned, we conducted a great research, especially on the zoo animals and wildlife. Comprehensive surveys, we have seen that the zoo animals, they are sentinels, they are guards, because to track the emerging and re-emerging parasitic infections. Why it is so? Because there is spillover of the infection to domestic animals and to the humans. Zoo animals, as sentinels, are emerging parasites that the potential of these infections. Hence, the wildlife health today predicts livestock and human health challenges tomorrow. We need to think over these lines. Integrated approaches are very, very important. Whether it is chemotherapy or farm pasture management, immunization, though there are little vaccines against parasites as compared to bacterial and viral diseases, but wherever they are available, we can think of it over. As far as the traditional practices is concerned, ethnoveterinary, biological control, vector control is of course very, very important to cut down the life cycle of parasites and exploitation of host resistance. So this is the most important, current and most viable approach, integrated parasite management, because it is sustainable, reduce the dependency of drug and drug pressure, and works with natural systems rather than only dependency on the drugs. So IPM, integrated pest management, as we are discussing, have been proven to reduce the 30 to 50% of dependency while maintaining or improving the parasite control. Basically, these IPM are economically viable, environmentally sustainable, and help to preserve drug efficacy for future generations. As far as we can think it over all, but at the same time, who will do it? Capacity building is very, very important. Whether it is researchers, they are veterinarians, or they are public health specialists. Nurturing the next generation towards One Health is very, very important. Human capacity building as well as infrastructure. Based on all these things, based on our research, actionable strategies for the policymakers that are to develop integrated national parasite control programs rather than depending on drug efficacy or drugs only. Invest in diagnostics, early diagnosis, early management, more productivity. Surveillance system is also important. Support interdisciplinary research, One Health initiative, taking into consideration veterinarians, physicians, environmentalists. For researchers, focus on climate adaptive parasite management strategies are some of the areas those are free, but free are getting the parasites. Investigation on alternate control methods, reducing the dependency on the drugs, and strengthening wildlife, livestock, human environment at the same time as interface studies. For practitioners, adopt evidence-based integrated parasite management and at the same time implement regular monitoring and efficacy testing, collaborate across veterinary, agriculturists, and public health sectors. For farmers, recommendations or strategies, embrace sustainable grazing and housing practices, seek professional guidance for treatment rather than doing their own. As we were discussing regarding the farmers, they are illiterate. Today they are not illiterate. As per you check on the Google, 80% or more of the farmers now in India, they are literate. They, based on their practices, sometimes they are doing better than the specialists based on their experience, based on their knowledge. So participate, incorporate surveillance programs. Farmers is concerned. Parasite diseases management exemplifies One Health principle that is requiring integration of human health, animal welfare, agriculture, sustainability, and environmental protection. As far as key takeaways are concerned, parasitic diseases significantly impact productivity and food security. Number one, climate change, as we discussed, is altering parasite transmission patterns requiring adaptive strategies. Drug resistance is a very big issue as it is there in antimicrobials. Same is true with parasitic infections. That is why integrated approach is very, very important. Diagnostic innovation, of course, enable targeted effective interventions, wildlife and zoo animals. They can provide the clues regarding warning which type of infections they may be emerging threats. We have to take care of this. Capacity building programs and interdisciplinary collaboration are fundamental. Way forward, success in maintaining parasitic diseases requires sustained collaboration among veterinarians, agriculturists, public health professionals, environmental scientists, and policymakers. Experience demonstrates that integrated evidence-based, because of our research we have concluded something, can enhance both animal productivity and human well-being while protecting environmental health. So I will conclude that man is strong, we know it, and clever, but the parasites, they are stronger and cleverer. Man will try to eliminate the parasites, but the nature, the creator of the parasites, wants them to exist. Then what we should do? In the nature, man, animal, and parasites will continue to coexist. And our effort should be to limit this coexistence below economically significant threshold. We are not trying to eliminate the parasite, which is true in case of other bacterial and viral pathogens, microorganisms, not in parasites. That is impossible. We are trying to manage them sustainably up to the low threshold level. I am thankful to all my colleagues and collaborators, researchers from abroad, due to which it was possible to accomplish our research on parasitic diseases and leading to some conclusions. So if we work together like this, we are able to eliminate the parasitic diseases by all integrating methods, taking into account the environment, taking into account the animal health, taking into account the animal welfare. Can have more productivity. Our animals will be happy. Our farmer will be happy. Livestock owners will be happy. And at the same time, we will be able to have a sustainable control and more productivity from the animals. And we can save the environment. Thank you so much.
Namaste. Thanks, Dr. Singla. Any quick questions? It sounds like you covered a lot of ground, sir, a lot of ground. So well done. Thank you very much. And you'll be available during the break, of course, anyway, yeah? Shukran. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving on to panel discussion. And the panel discussion is going to involve bridging agriculture and animal health, policy, practice, and innovation. Policy harmonisation, developing coherent regulations across various sectors. And we've got a very esteemed panel today, and we're going to be talking about collaborative problem solving, technology and data sharing, innovations for integrated surveillance and others. And to moderate the panel is Dr. Yashpal Singh Malik, and he's the Joint Director, as we know, of IVRI India. And Doctor, if you wouldn't mind coming up, please, and introducing your panel. The floor is yours, sir. See you.
Good morning to one and all. Thank you very much, the organizers of this ARCC sponsored this international conference. This panel discussion is on raising agriculture and animal husbandry, animal health policy, practice and innovation. The panel experts for this are Mofon Hua. Please join us. Then Niyamat Fadi Sabaiti. Please join. Muhammad Al Baraiki, whether he is with us.
Absent at the moment.
Oh.
Dubai traffic.
Oh. So I welcome all the panel experts for this important session that is on bridging the agriculture and animal health. The title is itself, it speaks a lot to all of us, how we co-evolved from the days when there was the evolution of the human population, simultaneously there was the evolution of the animal species, and they interlinked from the beginning. And right now, I don't know where that bridge was breaked. And now again, we are talking about the bridging that gap, so that ultimately the fate, what we are expecting, what will happen to the livestock, what will happen to the agriculture, and how both can work together in times to come. And this is the time of innovations, technologies, because of some of the global challenges what are appearing before everyone that is threatened. That may be the zoonotic infection, emerging infectious diseases, climate change, and some of the technologies, smart monitoring systems, AI-driven diagnostics, they are coping up with some of the difficulties, challenges, and ultimately what we are expecting that through the ongoing research, innovations, the days what we are expecting, they will be fruitful. We will have good economy. We will have less challenges. So I'm thankful to all the speakers. We are missing the Dr. Muhammad Al Baraiki. Yesterday we had a talk with him, and let's wait if he can join. Other we will start with our expert panel today with us, and I just take brief introduction. If you can yourself tell about yourself, that how from where you are and how you are connected with this theme to the house. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Mfon is my name, the founder of ELD. ELD is an ag tech platform. What we do, we focus on precision agriculture and AI. And the precision here is when you look at the right input, right place, right amount, and the right time. And the AI, how we use it is, like, let's take an example like soil monitoring or crop monitoring. What we do, since we use like remote sensing or drones to do that, we pull the data to the AI, and the AI will give actionable insight. That's how we do in terms of the One Health. And when you look at One Health, though somehow we're still maintaining silo system, we're looking at how we can bring everything together, crop monitoring, soil monitoring, and the weather, which is the environment.
Hello, everyone. This is Namet Tazi from Poultry Sync. Poultry Sync, mainly what we do is that we have a platform for managing the poultry value chain, the chicken value chain, from right after genetics until the supermarket. What we do actually is that each part of the value chain has a lot of inefficiencies. We have broilers, breeders, hatcheries, slaughterhouses, feed mills, laboratories, and each one of them has a lot of inefficiencies. In fact, around $60 billion is wasted every year because of these inefficiencies. And that's what we're doing. We have an end-to-end platform that actually helps in identifying these inefficiencies and minimize any loss in water, energy, and feed inside the whole value chain. We're using, of course, a lot of technologies, like, for example, artificial intelligence, machine learning. We predict the performance of the chicken so that we can actually help the poultry companies take corrective actions on time. And I guess we are going to go through more than that during the panel, but just a quick introduction about ourselves. Thank you.
Great, Namat. Fadi.
I'm Fadi Sbaiti, and I'm the general manager of the AGX facility. It's a part of the Khalifa University Food Security Center. Our focus is on indoor farming, and my contribution to this conference is mainly around the enhancement of fodder and fodder production, specifically in an arid region like the UAE.
Thank you very much. One query that is for Mufon, that how these integrated surveillance systems move beyond the data collection, becoming the real-time intelligence platforms, connecting crop diagnostics, livestock health, and environmental signals into a unified ecosystem that empowers the farmers, vets, and the policymakers.
If you look at the space, you have more of multi-factor or multiple actors. And with multiple actors, basically, that means maybe most of them are working in silos. So in terms of integrated, maybe we have to build systems that are intelligent, that can bring all these actors together. Maybe like if you see a spike in crop could trigger an insight for those who are doing livestock. That's how the future could be, like bringing in more of the IoT to capture data in real time.
Niamat,
A small thing about
yes, yes.
about this point. Actually, integrating, yani, instead of just relying on collecting the data, you can analyze the data. Once it's analyzed, you can actually provide a lot of insights from the data directly. So the idea is not just a matter of collection, it's integration and analysis. So once you integrate the data through different parts of the value chain, I'm talking about chicken right now, not crops.
No, it is very much.
So through the value chain, once you connect them and once you have a lot of measures and performance measures from one area to the other, so you can actually get the output or the let's say an example. The hatchery, you can, inside the hatchery, you get the hatchability, fertility, hatch of fertile, and this actually acts as performance of the breeders. So you cannot actually get the performance of the breeders without having the KPIs from the hatchery. So once you integrate both, you'll be able to get more insights. The same thing also about the sensors. Once you integrate some information from the sensors, like for example, the weight scales, you can get more information and you can get more insights, integrating that data to the operational data, to the production data, to the vaccines data, to each one of them, you'll be able to get more insights and optimize more.
Exactly, you are right that we have to take that data ultimately to the stakeholder where it has to be implemented for the policymakers. According to that data only, they are analyzing and ultimately making some of the important decision which affects the farmers at the last level where that technology must reach or the emergency teams reaches to that site. So you are working on a very interesting area. Poultry is liking of everyone, and since yesterday we are enjoying some of the poultry products also. So my question is regarding the unified digital platforms that transforms early detection, rapid response across the poultry and livestock value chain, and what key policies can support this shift, if you can throw some light on that.
Of course. So I can actually say that one of the main things that we can help with is, again, we can go back to the integration. So I guess
you can take the word.
So I guess it's okay. Thank you. So I guess we're all working in separate silos. So once we actually integrate all this, it's a different game. It's a game changer. So mainly what we did actually is that we help in poultry sync. We help different parts of the value chain integrate together. We have integrators that already integrated, and we had contract growers that actually can be integrated to the main integrator at the end. So that's what we did. And in that case, we have, for example, laboratories where we can get results from PCR, ELISA, all the results of the different samples that are sent from the farmers. We can get the results and connect it to the production data through the daily data that they are adding through our solution. And once all that data is integrated, we can actually send insights to the farmers. In that case, you can send advice, you can send insights, you can tell them that there is a problem in one of their houses, you can tell them there are a lot of opportunities that are opening once you do that. And in order actually to take that to a national level and for the policies, we work with different governments, and each government or each country has different challenges. And they can get the benefit or can get the benefit and the data and integrated data by different motivations to the farmers. So for example, in Saudi Arabia, they already give a lot of subsidy for the farmers. In order to give the subsidy, they take the data in return. And that data used to be sent in it's not standard case. They can just poll the farmers and get some data. Some data are sent to as Excel sheets. Right now, using our solution, it's standardized. It can come automatically from all the farmers throughout the kingdom. And in that case, they can actually have more insights and more control and monitoring over the whole kingdom through that application. So this is how, yani, once you integrate it on the whole kingdom level or the country level, you'll be able to get more insights. And as Dr. Muhammad yesterday was talking about ADAPSA, targeted vaccination targeted vaccination, reducing the vaccine level and reducing the antibacterial level, reducing a lot of resources throughout the whole kingdom. This can be done quickly and easily once everything is integrated. So the idea is integration at the end.
That is great. Do you have some experience of getting that data from the small farmers? That community normally we miss all over the world. Majorly, it is the commercial farms or the big farms that are taken in all data analysis.
Okay, so this is one of the main challenges, and we're working with medium and large companies right now, but integrating the small farmers through the medium and large companies. So if the integrator already works with small farmers as contract growers, we integrate the contract growers in the same value chain of the large and medium company. We're working right now with a couple of corporates as well, so that we can actually do that. And one of the lovely things that can happen through these events that we were talking, actually, me and Yvonne here, that we can actually integrate. We can help each other so that we can all integrate and we can get the benefits from each solution, and we can help the whole economy at the end. So this is something that we can work on.
Thank you. We had a very interesting talk in the morning, Fadi, on Kisan Salam, with so much integration with the drones and IoT devices. If you can give some intake on that, how IoT devices, drones, satellite imagery is transforming the system at the field level.
I believe it does, but my focus is on indoor farming. So we're looking mainly into solutions that could be applied both indoors and outdoors. So for the indoor solutions, we're trying to optimize technologies, the inputs that are required for growth. And for the outdoors, we're mainly working on variety selection and variety development. And we have a project with ADAPSA in order to focus on plants that are drought tolerant and heat tolerant. And this brings us back to the policies. So there's additional regulations that going on that prohibits farmers from growing their own fodder for their animals. And I guess most of you here know that Al-Zahra is an Emirati company. It's the largest fodder provider in the world. So the Emirati farmers have access to cheap fodder. The edge here is to provide them with a local supplement that's very rich in minerals and protein content. So this is where the areas of research and our focus is. So in addition to the technology for growing indoors, it's about doing proper variety selection and crop conditioning in order to tolerate the harsh conditions of the Emirates and to produce the required yield in terms of protein content and minerals.
Just the same question I am posing to you also, because the small farmers face several challenges. You are in the field, you are working with the outdoor and indoor both sides. If you have some case studies from that side for the small farmers, what the real challenges they are facing?
Frankly, I don't have access to small farmers. We deal with a couple of large farmers that are interested in technology and in exploration. So we work with a couple of farmers in Al Ain and in the area between Abu Dhabi and Al Ain, and it's mainly for R&D purposes. So we're doing pilots with these farmers, and we would check what works in a controlled environment, whether it would work when it goes out to the natural habitat. So yes, we have those trials, but these are in very limited quantities. Mainly our partners are usually institutions like ADAVSA and the likes. So these are the people that actually keep track of data and keep track of the limits of the experiment to check the validity of inputs and outputs.
Thank you. Mafon, you were saying.
Okay, I want to add to how drones and IoT are helping. So, we have experience working with outdoor, not indoor farming. So, first, if you want to monitor like your crop health and all that, you can use something like remote sensoring, where you monitor vegetative indexes. You can also use drone, multispectra, to do that. And for soil health, remote sensoring can do the same thing. But for us, we prefer